Don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Lawrence. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw, Lawrence. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Lawrence. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to the ground with Robinson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 33. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He lost 2 and it brings up 4th.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
Lawrence heads off, and Ryan Santoso, the field goal unit, on now for the Jacksonville field goal try. This a 43-yard attempt. Up and good for Santoso. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. Well, they started the drive backed up pretty deep, but a nice effort to overcome the field position, get into field goal range on the game's opening possession.
And, Brandon, I think from where they started, the initial thought was, can we get 1 or 2 first downs and help out our defense after we pump the ball away with field position? But as that drive went on, I think their sights got set a little bit higher. They were thinking touchdown, ended up settling in between and coming away with a field goal.
Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Hall to start the drive. and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Now it's Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Wilson. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Throwing is Wilson. Being chased out left. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 42. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's Wilson. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. The Jets at 3-11 now on the year. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Fair catch called for and taken just inside the 10-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together. They've got a chance of coming out with a W.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. They'll roll him out right. He's got his man on the crossing route. This is Higgins. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. first and 10, it's Robinson. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Lawrence. Connection made with Shenault. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 42 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Lawrence on 3rd down. Able to complete this to Shenault. And the Jaguars are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll run with Robinson. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Lawrence. Right there, Shenault for the Jacksonville touchdown. Laviska Shenault, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Ryan Santoso now for the extra point. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, he finds Corey Davis. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And now Carter going to be stopped up short. He did not get there. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Yes, it's the first half, but we'll see if that stuff there on 3rd and 1 comes back to haunt him.
I hope you don't mind, but it's not going to stop me from putting a check mark next to this play. Let's look back as this game progresses and see if this is one of the key plays in the game, even though it occurred early.
Here we go. Set.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And this is caught. He hits more. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here we go. 49-yard line. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Jets have recovered.
You know I love football. You know I love the game.
I hope so.
Well, nighttime in December, you know I'm wearing multiple coats. So I just wonder about the guys on the field with all the great gear that they have. Do they have enough on or do they have too much on? Because sometimes that can affect you trying to carry the ball.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Buying time to his left. Open man here is Conklin. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Jets get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. A good hold of these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the lead is down to 2. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense. Hey, you.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On the ready.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Taking it about the 1. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Charles, it'll be its offense made in the locker room quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw complete there to Moore. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 39. Wilson. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. That last play began at the 13. 1st down. Play action. It's Wilson. Throwing left side, it's complete. Touchdown! Jeremy Ruckert with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jets have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 5. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent is still the same in what they plan to do on offense. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
His throw incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Lawrence. And this one is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And here comes Berrios. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. On 2nd and 12, Wilson. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. And the Jags are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot it.
2nd and 10 now. It's Lawrence. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan when trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Quinnen Williams, so hard to block, and he shows it that time, making the tackle for loss. Again, it's Robinson. Down right around the 25. Third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Here's Lawrence to throw. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's fourth down. Oh, nope, never had a chance. Well to the right, no good. And this will remain a 5-point game. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson. And he whips that one incomplete there. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
On third down, Wilson. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade Oluokun. And the Jaguars are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
They go play action with Lawrence. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now Lawrence to throw. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the fourth.
Come on, get.
And that one complete once again to Higgins. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down. Play action. It's Lawrence. He's got his man on the crossing route. This is Higgins. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. T. Higgins, 29 yards. And the Jaguars have taken a fourth quarter lead. A late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect the lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day one of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver, and now it's third down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
To throw is Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Davis. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. Here we go. It's Wilson on fourth down. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Chad Muma. And the Jags are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Dan Arnold, and now it's second down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Lawrence. He'll air this one out for Kirk. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are right back in this football game. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Dancing to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now Wilson. This is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Jets take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. fields it right around the goal line.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Throwing again on second down. Lawrence. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blip.
Well, that's the third interception for Lawrence. Picked up by Bryce Hall. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. So now it's 2 straight drives that end with an interception.
And the first time, the first interception, they ended up getting 6 points out of it and taking the lead. Now they have an opportunity to increase that lead after their second pick on 2 drives.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They'll run with Hall. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade Oluokun. And the Jaguars force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball hit a rock.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept out.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And some space here. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. And this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick six.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick sixes, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
Taking it about the one. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking...
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jags come up with a late turnover. And it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
We spent your whole life trying to